Hi guys, welcome to Morbid Monday. I don't know which one it is, but this just came up to me on my computer, and I'm like, you know what? Sure, it's a Saturday or Sunday night, but that'll be a good video for Morbid Monday, and it's nighttime, which makes it even better. So, we're going to be watching a scary video tonight. It's not like night, it's like 9:30 right now. But, that doesn't matter. It's dark outside, it's scary, home alone. Yeah. So, without further ado, let's go. Why is my camera doing that? Ah! Stop it! Okay. I hate doing that every time I record. Okay, this is called the Oddity. This is called the Oddity Compendium. Bracket INST dot space 1 end bracket. I've seen a lot of YouTubers watch this, so I'm like, you know what? Why not? Let's watch it, because everyone else is watching it. I'm only like a year late to this party, so I'm not that late, but I'm still pretty late. I'm gonna. Oh!
Dr. Nowhere's Office of Wonders presents the Oddity Compendium, a beginner.
Ah! What is that? That is not a human being. No freaking duh, but.
Anomaly Education Program. Welcome to the Oddity Compendium.
I don't like
Today,
that.
we will be learning about many wonderful and strange oddities that exist inside of, outside of, and around your universe. These strange phenomena can range anywhere from life forms, products, and organizations to even events and anomalous time periods.
Okay.
The following information
I'm gonna pretend I know what this guy's saying.
Realities that may be separate from the one you are currently residing in. Please be aware that knowledge or comprehension of incompatible information may result in a conscious reality fracture.
Okay. What is that? Fox beds, a land of forgotten faces. What was that? Of geometric knowledge beyond beliefs. Your own bed may be harboring a hunger for your flesh. Sleep with the cold fan on if possible. If you ever walk downstairs one morning and your family's gone interacting with the headless corpses that remain in there's what? Did I read that right? If you ever walk downstairs one morning and your family is gone, interacting with the headless corpses that remain in their steads should be avoided. Non-existence is a contagious disease. Oh, okay. Oh, if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you get a rush of brilliant ideas, turn back immediately. Enlightenment is a drug and withdraws can kill. Oh. Okay. Flesh beds.
Flesh beds or mattress folk are a species of parasitic subhuman that highly resemble bedding mattresses.
What?
The body of a dormant flesh bed appears identical.
Nuh-uh. Turn that laugh track off. What in the world is this thing? What is that? I wouldn't be surprised if it's in Australia.
Highly resemble bedding mattresses.
Mattress folk.
Flesh that appears identical to a standard mattress. However, slicing the thin sheet-like skin reveals many soft organs, limb-like appendages, and a humanoid head which hides beneath the skin. They were first discovered in the late 1960s when a mattress company was surveying excess storage. Upon finding many seemingly pristine mattresses that had not been sold, they gave them away to thrift shops and people in need. The people who received the mattress folk initially had no issues with faux beds. It wasn't until the air began to warm up that these beds awoke from their uneventful hibernations. The first reported victim was 19-year-old Alice Digere. She had been sleeping
That's
on
not a
fresh
laugh
bed for roughly
track.
6 months
That's
before her
not-
sudden disappearance. After noticing the stench of sulfur and rot originating from her bed, her family called authorities, and the inside of the mattress revealed a feasting parasite, several hundred human bones, and a half-digested
Oh!
The method in which
Okay.
mattress folks sustain themselves is by waiting for the body heat of a host to wake them from their dormant state. Kind of like an egg, but not nearly as tasty.
The laugh track is
After they wake,
unnecessary,
they slowly
dude.
unfold themselves from their soft mattress-like bodies. This process is very gradual and happens underneath its body or on its side so as not to be detected. After roughly a month of this process,
If this was real, I would have been dead by now. My room is so freaking hot that would just wake up immediately as soon as it went into my, like, as soon as I dragged it into my room, it would have just came alive and just ate me already. It would not have been a good day at all. Cause no freaking duh, I was eaten.
on a night 17 degrees Fahrenheit or higher, its head and arms fully emerge and pull the sleeping host into its body, where prey is slowly digested. Not much is known about how these sleeping beauties came about, but it is theorized that since they are subhuman, they were once a branch of Homo sapiens that merged with a micelle network many years ago. Autopsies of fleshheads' digestive systems have revealed DNA samples from thousands of different people in each instance, some even tracing to people born during the 1600s. Another odd thing to note is that the mattress folk themselves contain DNA belonging to humans as well.
I would have been dead as soon as I got
One
that
instance
mattress.
shared DNA in a blood type with Napoleon Bonaparte, leader of the French Republic during the time that the mattress folk were assumed to have come into existence. All in all, it might be
It's
a good idea to throw out
Napoleon's
that
fault,
mattress
then.
that feels just
It's
a bit
his
too
fault.
warm lately. You might be sharing it with something unwanted. Good night, sleep tight, and don't let the bed light.
Good. Headless macro.
The headless macrocosm is a sub-reality nearly identical to Earth, save for the fact instead of humans, tail headless corpses remain in their stead. These corpses, though technically dead, do weakly breathe through the holes.
I don't like how it's animated. Ew.
Their hearts have also been observed to begin convulsing at seemingly random intervals. These beings are identical in appearance to one another aside from physical dimensions, which can vary severely between each corpse.
Heck nah, dude.
The headless sub-people dwelling in this pocket reality have been observed changing their behavior when humans have physically interacted with them, and apparently gain a level of awareness and vitality when such events occur. There are approximately 2,393 living humans residing in this reality, all from parallel Earth. Every single resident recounts waking up in the headless macrocosm after falling asleep under strange circumstances back in their home reality.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're hostile.
Remembers their faces or identities, which leads to the belief that this place could be a form of anti-reality. A waste compartment of the universe used for aspects of reality that are useless or harmful to existential fabric. The humans that live in the headless macrocosm are assumed to be taking shelter in abandoned structures and banding together to search for plant-based food during the warmer times.
Should I be the one watching this, or should the monsters
humans
be?
have coined multiple terms and nicknames for these headless corpses, such as
as a human being, I mean, this looks like a presentation fit for like
from main reality,
creatures from another reality.
A temporary tier between the two. A man residing in the headless macrocosm was walking through a field with a small house in the center. Upon reaching the house, the man unintentionally brushed up against one of the breathing bodies. This body, just before motionless aside from labored convulsions, sprang to life and removed the head of the man. It then proceeded to attach the severed head to the stump of its own neck. The man's name was Michael Hedford. After the corpse had placed Michael's head where its own should be, an event occurred back on Earth in the year 2061 that resulted in governmental intervention. A family's call to the authorities described an impossibly tall naked figure appearing in their backyard. The presence of this oddity was highly distressing to the family, and they remained inside their home until the situation was resolved. The following photograph depicts this figure they spoke of. Michael Tedford's rotting head is affixed
Oh
to its
my-
frail neck. Shortly after the photo...
Bro. Shoot! Okay, finally got it. Okay, that noise was not necessary whatsoever.
The photo was
Anyways.
taken. What was left of Tedford's existence was removed from the premises and taken to an upscale anomaly testing site. Apparently, this corpse was attempting to quite literally prevent it from evolution off of his existence. These breathing
I dislike this with a passion, dude. This is stupid. Okay. Okay.
bodies appear to be in a constant state of yearning to reconnect with the roots of reality again, as they have been taken a hold of by a dangerous and contagious disease. This disease appears to be non-existence itself. It can affect anyone on Earth at any time.
I don't even know
and
what
once it
we're
takes
talking
hold,
about
the endless
anymore,
microcosm
dude.
deems you valid for residence within its endless meadows, filled with fellow patients. But don't worry, it's a rare diagnosis. Another fun fact. Occasionally, crude man-made structures will form seemingly out of nowhere in order to correspond with the structures on parallel Earth. As mentioned earlier, the headless macrocosm itself functions like a digestive tract of the universe, and these structures may be antibodies attempting to fight off the virus of non-existence. Now then, check your head. Screwed on tight. Great, because you might want to hang on tight to it for this next one.
Oh. I don't like that at all.
The obelisks of
hated that.
enlightenment are a collective of monolithic beings that are currently residing in different remote locations across the world. Also known as the Fathers of True North, they appear in groups of 1 to 8 and stand anywhere from 10 to 150 feet tall. Each obelisk is levitating just barely above the ground and facing geodesic north.
Getting too loud.
Most of them reside in remote fields and deserts. They have also been found floating above the ocean within the vicinity of the Bermuda Triangle and even of the Moon. They are moving just ever so slightly and progress approximately 2 inches forward a year. These obelisks are enlightened in the infinitely vast secrets of the universe, and they're constantly vocalizing the excess information as a means of waste to counteract the overwhelming intake of knowledge. Though currently enclosed and monitored by government entities, many people had wandered into these locations prior claiming to be following the sound of angelic singing. This alluring hum emanating from these obelisks induces a massive increase in general intelligence in subjects listening. Folklore often refers to the frequency as the song of the divine contour. Each obelisk's biological elements are unraveled thousands of feet into the sky to make a metaphysical connection from Earth to the universe. It is assumed this is a form of knowledge worship, an attempt to make a mortal sacrifice for an immortal honor. Fun fact. These organs are confirmed to be those of the humans and other biological matter that were absorbed after enlightenment.
What?
Upon perceiving the words spoken,
That laugh
the
track
obelisks
is
or enter
again
into
not
close
even
proximity with them.
necessary,
The human
dude.
brain either
What am I
spontaneously expands
watching?
and combusts or receives an ability to comprehend the sacred information. Talk about being open-minded. Whenever a subject is able to comprehend this knowledge, they are biologically absorbed into the obelisk, becoming wholly unified with the being. It is not entirely understood how these anomalies were brought into existence, but they seem to be tears in the fabric of reality akin to black holes. Many speculate that these rifts were opened by ancient giants who were dissatisfied with a lack of Earth's knowledge. Many unnaturally large humanoid skeletons have
I
been
don't
found
like
underground
this
adjacent
at
to obelisk
all.
sites, further supporting this idea. When
This
the
is not
obelisks
cool.
made their debut on Earth, they aided in the construction of the pyramids of Giza by bestowing digestible levels of sacred knowledge onto Egyptian pharaoh Khufu after he was lured into the desert by their beckoning chords. This knowledge would help Khufu rationalize a possible blueprint and method for building these grand tombs, and they were made into the shapes of pyramids as a tribute to the divine structures. All in all, these obelisks may seem malevolent, but it's important to remember that no physical pain could ever outweigh the agony of infinite knowledge.
That's just not. The Christmas
Now,
lights make
looks
it a
like
little
our
better.
time here may be almost up. But before you
Yes.
go, it's time
Thank
for
you.
Oddity.
No! No! Philbus?
This is Philbus. It is not known where Philbus comes from.
Oh my gosh, Philbus. Oh my. You look like a nice man, Philbus. You look like a nice guy.
Here, but there have been a number of people who, after consuming media depicting Philbus, have felt the overwhelming compulsion to practice Philbism. Philbism is a political and somewhat religious ideology, which centers around a belief that building/consuming chairs and other wooden furniture is honoring Philbus'
Also,
great
Philbus
sacrifice.
just like...
It is not clear what this sacrifice is or what it
Not my
refers
chair.
to. A
You don't think I got to sit on, man?
Include learning to build chairs, learning to properly digest chairs, promoting/discussing chair consumption on obscure internet forums, praising the fictional political candidate known as Philbus, who is said to advocate for making furniture consumption a socially accepted and widespread practice. There are so many wonderful things about Philbism. Philbism become one with many others today. It's a great decision. Just keep your chair to get started.
Stop with the loud noises.
An elaboration on the subject
funny.
will eventually result in it becoming a sponsorship or advertisement of sorts. We have no idea how to avoid this, sorry. All Philbists will deny the existence of Philbism and directly question about
They got their own
this
name?
video was not in any way sponsored by Philbism. This is for educational purposes only. Philbism does not even exist for Philbism certification.
Oh my...
The party is Philbis today. Would you Would you look at the clock? It's just about time for us to part ways.
Good.
A brief cleansing process will now commence. This purely auditory procedure will ensure you do not come away from this with any ailments from beyond contract during your viewing experience. Please close your eyes and do not open them until told to do so.
Oh my... I don't think I'm gonna, no. It's safe to say, I am not the, I don't like that educational purposed video. That was I didn't like it very much. I think I might go to bed now. Never mind. No, see you guys. I guess I did not like that at all. The video is 10 out of 10 out of 5 mangoes. Shoot.